canvas that I got was a 12 by 12 inch canvas. It's one of the lower quality ones, I think. I haven't tried it out before, but I got it at a toy zone near where I live, and I haven't used it before. I'm quite nervous, but I think it's gonna work out. As long as it's a canvas, as long as I have something to paint on, I think it's gonna be okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna get started. I've already got my reference photo, so I'm gonna get started. So, I'm gonna be doing a little painting video today. I thought I'd do it on a canvas because, you know, they're really nice to use and you can just hang them up on your wall. But I have no wall space as of right now, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. And if there is available wall space or if any paintings clear out, I'm gonna hang this up on my wall. So I've done a bit of the background. I'm actually finished. So here it is. It's a bit yellow, so I'm gonna add a bit of white, and yeah, I'll see how it goes. That's a little update. So now that I've done the sort of background part of the painting, I'm gonna move on to painting the fruits. And this part, I think it's gonna be the most challenging part of the painting. So what I'm thinking for my painting is I have a banana around here, and then I'm gonna put an apple here. I'm basically using my reference photo as reference. So yeah, there's gonna be a banana here, an apple here, and then what I'm thinking is a mug, just like a plain white mug, right over here. So I've been working on the painting for a bit now. I've done the banana, and I think I'm almost done the apple. So here it is so far. The reference photo will be shown, though, I think before this, so you'll kind of get an idea of what the painting will look like. So far it looks like that, and it's looking really good. So I think I'm done with the painting, actually. So here's the final result. I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I almost forgot to add in the shadow on each of the fruits. So, you know, luckily I did that. But overall, I'm really happy with the painting again. It looks quite realistic. Do I think in its improvement from the last painting I did? Yes. But just a slight bit. I think they're similar vibe, because it's fruit, but I think it's a step, like, better than what the pear, painting was. So, overall, I'm really happy with the painting. I'm gonna hang it up in my hallway because there's, like, a painting that the owner of our house has, and I was thinking of hanging out this painting, instead of the other one, so, you know, it's just gonna be a nicer addition to the house. I apologize in advance if the lighting is a bit off, but, it's currently 10:49 p.m., so, I thought it'd be nice to end off the video by showing you guys a bit of my art from, I'm gonna say first year until now, or the end of 6th class until now. So it's a bit of an evolution, an art evolution, if you'd like to say. So I'm not sure when I first started doing art properly, but what I can remember is I remember doing this. This is my first art piece that I can remember doing, and I was really proud of this one. It was made 2018. I think it was in May. So it was this little penguin photo. Really like this one. It's actually quite cute. It's very simple. I don't think too bad about it. It's really cute. And I'm probably gonna keep it forever. Next one is this little landscape piece. Not too bad. It is quite messy. The blending could be a bit better in terms of the light to dark. The wires are a bit messy, but that could be because I used a bigger brush. Other than that, very simple mistakes, you know. But overall, it's not a bad painting. I mean, I hung it up for over 3 years, so I must have been pretty proud of this. Like, there's a bit of brush hairs in the painting. A bit gross, but, you know, don't really care about that. I remember wanting to paint a leaf painting because I was watching one of these YouTubers, and then they had this, like, art collage on their living room, and they had a leaf painting, but it was really good, and I thought, why not create it? So I did, and it ended up looking like this. It's not the best piece of work I've done, let me tell you that, but it's decent. It's quite good. Like, I'm quite happy at my 14-year-old self for painting this. These were my top favorite, and, like, to choose between the two would be an understatement. So, I'm going to pick this one as my second favorite. It's a landscape piece of a desert, and it's supposed to be kind of an aesthetic piece. I got it off the internet. I just found out, like, vaporwave, kind of aesthetic desert images. And then I found this. It was a different color palette, but I managed to do this little kind of pinkish, orange, red kind of combination. And it was really cool. I really like it a lot. Honestly, one of my top favorites. Nothing's really wrong with the piece, though. I kind of mishandled it because it's a bit crinkled now. Because I put it in like this. I put all of my art pieces in a drawer. And they're all kind of crinkled now. They're covered in like blue tack and stuff. So they're kind of wrecked. But I'll try my best to take care of them as much as possible. And so one of my final last pieces is my top favorite. It's a very simple image. I don't think I have the date written down. But I remember making this in second year. Coming into third, so I was 14. This is it. It's a space piece, and that's supposed to be Saturn or Jupiter, or whatever one has the rings. I'm not even completely sure, but one of them has rings, and it's supposed to be like the replica of it. I'm not sure, but this is a really nice piece. I love the colors. They all combine and match together in harmony, which is perfect, and this is what you want in a piece. And very simple. Though, when I finished painting this, I was really bugged at this part because it's not fully blended in. It's quite a bit of a pain, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as you just don't look at it too much, you'll be able to not notice it. So, other than that, this is probably, like, my top favorite out of all the art pieces I've ever done. And there's, like, 2 others that I had, but they must have gone thrown away. Or they're in the jar somewhere, but they're probably, like, wrecked from all the years and all the dust particles that have been collected in there. So, I apologize in advance for not being able to show you those. And for my last piece, it is getting very hot in here. So, I'm gonna hurry this up before I get roasted alive. So, the last piece of art I want to show you guys is probably one of the coolest, but kind of, you could say different, because I used a different art medium than what I'm used to. So basically, this is my first ever canvas art piece. No title. I think it's just based it on the Arizonian or the New Mexican desert. You can kind of tell from the cactuses. But I experimented with oil medium. The oil medium is a paint where the paint doesn't dry until very later on. I'm talking like one day, probably even more, but I let this dry. The whole drying process took about 2 weeks to do, and it was like I was very impatient. I was like, "Come on, just dry up." I even let it sit in the rain, even in July. I had to let it sit out, and I was very impatient, and I just really wanted it to dry. And at the time, I was really proud of this canvas piece, and I still am to this day. Like, it's my first ever canvas piece, my first ever oil painting ever, and I'm really proud of myself, my 13-year-old self, for making this. Though there are very like tiny mistakes that I could have fixed up had I traveled back 3 years and fixed all this, but nevertheless, this art piece is just truly something. It's something else. There's like dust particles on the top, but you know, who cares? You know, this is just like an art piece that I just need to live with until the day I die. So, yeah, there's a lot of like the moon piece is very like there's a lot of texture to it. Like there's a lot of paint kind of coming out. I'm not sure how to explain it, but like it's there's kind of like texture to it. I'm not sure how I can show you, but there's kind of like bumps on the page, if you get what I mean. But I really like this canvas piece. My other one though, my favorite. It's my top favorite now. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself over all the years that I've been doing art. I've been doing art for over 5th class. I'd say I kind of I'm not saying that I took art seriously as a career, but like I've improved, I'd say, drastically as an artist. And it shows. Like my painting techniques are different, and I have experimented with many new mediums. But I'd say that acrylic is my top choice when it comes to art mediums. So, yeah, that was all of my art. That's my art evolution. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I appreciate you guys for taking your time and effort out of your day to watch this video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good day, good night.